Right, time to get painting. Now, my paints of choice for this one are going to be Alclad 2 Lagos Grey Primer and Microfiller. This stuff is brilliant. It will fill in small cracks, small scratches and finish off looking great. And really, most paints that I know adhere to it, absolutely brilliant. It is a lacquer, so it's an enamel basically. Always wear a mask with it if you haven't got good ventilation. Preferably do it in a spray booth with perfect ventilation and windows open. It's quite nasty stuff if you breathe it in, and it's very smelly if you're used to using acrylics. Right, that's going to be the primer, gentle grey. Then we've got the flat black. Two reasons. One, it'll be for the pre-shading, and two, we have a black wing to paint. Just one, which is weird, but there you go. So XF1 for that. For the underneath colour, which is duck egg green, we're going to use XF21 Sky to my acrylic. For the brown, it will be Flat Earth XF52, which is the standard type dark earth colour, and dark green RAF XF81 for the green. The engine manifolds or exhausts will be firstly painted in pale burnt metal, and then by Alclad, and then dry brushed slightly just to rust them up a little tiny bit with the Revel aqua colour rust, and then hopefully by then we're ready to seal up. So let's get ready and let's get spraying. Okay, so we're ready to prime. What I have done, I've used white tack just to mask off the wheel wells already. Everything's good. Now, first thing we've got to do, which I'd nearly forgotten, is to add some colour to the glazing. Lost for words now. The interior colour for the glazing. Just hurry up for now, because it's easy to grab. I got to my cockpit green, and we'll give that a quick spray on. That looks a bit ugh, so give it a good mix. Don't usually like doing this because you never get all the lumps out, and I want to paint this basically neat, because as I said, you spray it neat. Miles too much, but there you go. Spray it neat at about 20 psi. Check your flow just to make sure after last night's kerfuffle. There you go, nice and neat at about 20 psi. Right, now this matters more on a bigger aircraft, simply because you can see more of the interior through the glazing. This part, what we're looking to do now, just make it, it's keeping a habit together, if you like, so that we're getting a ritual of doing these things without thinking. And there's me saying that, but I nearly forgot. And that's that done and dried off. Cleaning the airbrush out, so switch off for a second. Right, so the airbrush is cleaned out and we're ready to prime up. Now again, with all Alclads, use a pipette. you'll spill more than you use. It is superb stuff, but it does have that one property. Just put a little bit in at a time. Drop the pressure. About 12 to 15 psi. You can go lower if you want, but I find this is right. Now, when I sprayed that, I did notice a little thing there, so we'll clean that down. Because we don't want any bad bits in it. Just last minute bits that happen. Right. Give it a blow. Get rid of any dust. Sorry, need to keep over this way more. Alright, that's pretty good. Make sure you've got a good flow again. Great. And then literally just blow it on in a nice uniform manner. Just keep building it up. It's great stuff. Right. Turn the pressure up a little bit. Slight blockage. There we go, we're back. So what we're doing is giving a nice even coat of primer right across. Now the one good thing about primer is when it dries and what you see is what you're going to get. So if you've got any marks, now's the time to sort them out. The Selco primer really dries quick as well, so it's great stuff. Although I'm not using a mask, I should be. I wholly admit that, because it isn't very nice stuff. I mean, it's obviously toxic. Well, give it a nice coat right across, and she'll dry up really nice. Cookie, just a little bit more around the canopy. Now, a lot of people say to me, oh, spray it dry, spray it dry. Nah, personally I prefer to spray it so it looks wet. Sounds daft, but that's me. Anyway, right, underneath because it's dry enough already on top to turn over. That's why I love this stuff. And then give it a coat. Now I intentionally left the finger mark on here just to show, and I'll show you a close-up later, how good this stuff is at filling in scratches and little dents. Ooh, a bit heavy. We are on a very low pressure, but she is squirting fairly. Okay, turn around. And those where we, remember where we put all the Mr. Surfacer to get it right? It's there, lovely. And again, nice coat getting in everywhere, because this is what your main paintwork is going to stick to. And then a nice blow across up, and all the way across. And there is a very tiny Spitfire. Well, we've got the primer out. This is running up a bit high, about 15. Turn it down to 10. That's why it's flooding more than usual. I just thought it was a different bottle. Anything that's going to have paint on it, prime. Of course, the outside of the wheels gonna need primer. Get them primed in nicely. The antenna. All primed up. And the airspeed indicator tube. All primed up, ready to go. There you go. That's the priming done. While we've gotten that, what's in the brush, or in the airbrush rather, we'll do the engines, or the exhausts, which pale burnt metal, alclad one of ALC 104 is the perfect blend for it. I managed to tip some in without spilling it, blimey. Now we primed up earlier, so we'll just go straight across. So all we need to do, sorry about Billy whimpering in the background, it's getting his dinner time. And that is all you need to do. I hope you could see that. And they're all ready to be dry brushed. And that was that.